So basically, the story of the Locust is that they're the subterranean race that have always been there, but they
just sort of existed before, and now they
can't survive underground anymore. So they're trying to take over the surface and eliminating all of the humans.
Why haven't the humans like tried to go down there? Like, did they know about them before?
That's a good question. I know that Marcus and Dom fought in a previous war called the Pendulum Wars. I don't remember what that was about. That's where Dom and Marcus met, and I believe that's the setting for Gears 4 is the Pendulum Wars.
Oh, okay. So that's like a prologue, technically.
Yep. It's even more prologue than Gears Judgment.
Wow, cool.
So that's the Pendulum Wars he's talking about right there. So he's, like I said, he's a war hero. People know him. He's upset. He's like PTSD about it or something. I don't know. He's not proud of what he did.
It might be like one of those like soldier things, like the modest, like I'll just follow on orders sort of thing.
Except that he was doing the exact opposite. He was doing exactly what he was told not to do.
Oh, throughout the whole time.
Well, he just kind of made a call that went against the. So there you go. See, they're just calling him the traitor. So that's Colonel Hoffman. He's not happy to see Marcus. That's Kim. Kim was, I believe, the squad leader for Marcus and Dom. And then in the helmet, that's Anthony Carmine. So the Carmine brothers, their whole family is a very like gung ho. Military is like you got to serve your country with the military kind of thing.
Right, right.
Their whole family like thinks it's the ultimate honor to be in the military.
Right.
So Anthony and his brothers have all been part of the cause. And there's a bit of a backstory to their family as well. They say that there's 4 brothers, but they never really say who the 4th one is, because one of the brothers appears in all 3 of the games. Anthony appears in this one, and then his brother Benjamin appears in the 2nd one, and then Clayton appears in the 3rd one, ABC. So they said there was a 4th brother whose name started with D, that I think he was the youngest, and he was never old enough to be conscripted, and I don't know if he died or something, or maybe he by the time the war was over, he still wasn't old enough, kind of thing. Yeah.
So is there like a civilian life in this game? Because it seems like they're kind of destroying, like, well, quite literally everything.
Yeah, you really never see civilians in this game. You see them more so in the campaign of 3, you see them. They're kind of, I think they're called the Stranded. So they're kind of like sections of or groups of civilians who've all kind of banded together. They're non-military, but some of them have weapons, and they're kind of trying to fight back in small groups against the Locusts.
So you're losing, like, we're losing the war.
They're basically militia. Yeah, like the world is getting devastated.
But is it one of those situations where like we're destroying them, they're destroying us, like we're just kicking each other's ass, or is it like we're getting our ass kicked?
This is basically the point where humanity starts fighting back and gaining some like foothold.
Okay, so that Asper Fields or whatever, that was also the Locust. Like that wasn't like another.
I don't think it was.
So it was actually like another human.
I think it was a human conflict. I think, but I'm very. Don't quote me on any of this. I'm very. I'm not up to snuff on the pre-Locust or pre-Gears 1 lore.
God. Every single time I play a game, I always have a freaking notification pop up.
Yeah, I should probably change those. You know what? Yeah, so bear with us for a second here. I'm just going to change my preferences. Notifications. There. Okay, that's just going to get annoying. So yeah, A is pretty much your action button in this game. You can hit A to slide to cover and vault, and you can really slide in this game.
Man, I keep shooting at you. Everyone looks like they're just in these big old suits or something. They don't look human. Well, obviously these things aren't human, but
yeah, this game was like super like fuck yeah, guns and blood and gore and cutting people up and huge bulky men, and it's just Just a roid fest, basically.
I want to know whether like these are actually like really bulky men or whether it's like
They are.
the armor.
Yeah. Like
I'm sure they're like military buff for
yeah,
sure.
Marcus doesn't wear his. He only wears like the chest plate in 3, and then he wears an undershirt as well. And his arms are the size of his head. Like, like he's just like super buff, like ridiculously.
Oh,
That's why I didn't really like playing the main characters on online. I always played like the Carmines. Well, Clayton Carmine is the biggest one of everybody, but I played like everybody played Baird just because he was like the smart ass and popular, and everybody likes Baird. But I like to play Prescott. So we'll meet Prescott later in this game. I'm pretty sure. I think Prescott makes an appearance. Definitely doesn't 2.
what's weird is that I've only had like very little exposure to this game, but I remember like the reload, the active reload. I
Yep.
remember like general
Yeah,
controls.
This game had a pretty untapped. I don't know. It's hard to describe. It was like it was a very.
There wasn't really like many cover shooters like this before.
Yeah, this was pretty much the first cover-based shooter, and well, not that it was the first one, but it definitely revolutionized it and did it right.
Like jumping from cover, switching covers easier.
And it had an interesting control scheme, and a control scheme that worked very well with the kind of game, for sure.
God, I'm gonna rev in a chainsaw over there.
Yeah, there was like slight lag online because it wasn't dedicated servers, so you could actually do a roadie run and rev your chainsaw at the same time.
Oh,
So you could run up to somebody and just instantly chainsaw them. It was pretty unfair. Can't remember if it was patched or not. But all right, so we got Min Young Kim over here. Man, I remember a lot of these like quotes. Like one thing that Kim becomes known for is if doors are locked, he has the code. Like, there's an achievement in or I don't think it's an achievement, but it's a challenge in Gears 3. They added like the mini challenges, where the title and you get titles for completing challenges to show off online, and the one for opening doors a certain number of times, like activating things, is I've got the codes.
damn it.
This is a direct reference to Kim, obviously.
Oh my
you're
God.
down. Oh.
I was actually thinking about this the other day. You know how like you and I were
Oh, it's a
talking about
frag.
how like a lot of us, oh God, just like talk in reference to everything.
Oh, sure.
I started playing randomly, like Christmas Eve. I turned on The Witcher, like the original one, and I found out like a bunch of the references that I just like say are actually from the original Witcher.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's another thing I forgot. When you chainsaw guys, they just like they twitch and freak out like crazy. Like watch this guy. It's just like
God.
sometimes their animations kind of go funny. Oh yeah, so another thing. So these holes, like the one that just opened up right there where they crawl out of, if you throw a grenade in there, it closes it immediately.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you can change your weapons with the D-pad. So for example, it's like smoke in there. Yep, and you toss that in there, so that'll close it immediately. Oh.
The heck?
It bounced out.
Damn it.
There we go. So that'll close on that. There we go. Don't have the Nasher yet, unfortunately. Kind of missing it. I was never a real big Nasher user, but you kind of had to be if you played this game online, because everybody used the Nasher.
Freaking running out of ammo over here.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got a lot of Lancer ammo still. The thing about this being on casual is that guys die really quickly.
Do they normally not? You have to like actually have like a firefight with them.
You pretty much like it is context sensitive. Not really. It's like positioning sensitive. So if you shoot people in the head, it does more damage than you shoot them in the foot, kind of thing.
Okay.
And you pretty much have to be like hiding in cover, avoiding their shots. You can't just run in like we have been doing, because they'll all focus fire on you, and you'll go down immediately.
Right.
You go down really quick on insane difficulties. So yeah. You can see the frame rate like
Not
cutting
doing well.
cutting from 15 to 30, right when it's not rendering a whole lot. Yeah. So that's another ongoing joke in this one, and then kind of in the second one as well is protecting and deploying the resonator.
Damn it! I think you and I have definitely said that a few times.
The resonator is this game, and then the light mass bomb is the second game.
Oh my God!
Yeah, so there's a turret there.
I'm down, eh?
Yeah. So if you tap A, you won't bleed out as fast. 'Cause you can bleed out. So you keep tapping A.
Oh, someone got me up.
I did.
Oh, you do, okay.
Yeah, so
That's like an MG.
so he's
MG42.
he's like an encampment, right? An entrenchment. But I can go behind him, flank him, right?
Ah.
Oh, I'm down. You got him. So I'll just. Oh, you can't crawl in this one either. So wherever you're down, you're down. So there we go.
Good thing we're playing on friggin' casual, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I did kind of run. I wasn't expecting him to spin 180, but he did. So. Oh. There's some guys up here. Just gonna.
Even like the running is very like cinematic, like military, like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, they
like,
changed the like the camera frame when you're roadie running. Can't get this guy. He's being a dick. He keeps popping it. I know. So I'll just. There you go. Even with a pistol, you're just chewing him apart. Alright, so.
For some reason, this reminds me of Army of Two.
That's a bad game.
I really don't like that game, and I remember people loved it, and they always wanted me to play it, and I'm like, I don't want to play that. There's like 3 of them, isn't there?
Yeah, actually one came out not too long ago.
They're still making them. Holy crap.
Alright. So there's a hole over here. That I'm going to try to skip ahead here and toss this guy in. Oh, okay. Oh, actually, you still did the grenade too. Sorry. Shoot him in the head.
Oh, damn it. I'm shooting at you again. I keep shooting at the... Like one of those like noob players. Or, well, I guess I am a noob player, but...
There you go. It's hard. It's easier in the later games because it highlights the bad guys in red and highlights the good guys in blue.
Probably for the best.
Good guys being humans, obviously, because humans are always good guys. Aliens are always the bad guys.
Independence Day 2, we'll agree to that. I saw a preview for that in the theaters the other day. Amazing.
That's ridiculous.
The War of 96.
The great cataclysm of humanity.
Amazing.
Right, where's...
The 4th of July will no longer be celebrated as an American holiday, but as a world holiday or something like
What's
that.
this up here?
Oh, there's another hole over there.
Yeah.
God!
Did it work? Didn't work, alright. Tried throwing a grenade into it. Didn't work out. If I might quote one Marcus Phoenix, "Get back in your hole!"
I feel like a subterranean race would actually like really destroy us, because we don't exactly have like even in real life we don't really have like subterranean like
Life forms?
well we don't have subterranean
intelligent subterranean life forms, that is?
yeah, for sure, but I mean like weapons, like we would have to dig in order to shoot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe we'd like pour poison into the soil or something. That's probably what we would end up doing.
I see what you're saying. I feel like if there was an intelligent subterranean life form, like in this game, they would have like a series of networks and tunnels.
Yeah, we'd probably know because we actually, mine things.
Yeah. So there's that.
We'd probably hear something and be like, what is that? And then like dig in there and be like, well, it's a city under there, good.
Yeah. But let's just cross our fingers that humans never have to encounter something.